Today, I want to encourage you to do something that maybe you don't do often enough, and that is to appreciate the work that you put in to your home and everything that you create in that space, everything that you work hard at in that space. And I wanted to talk about how even God took time to do this. And it really does make me stop and think about the importance of appreciating what is good and how many times this was recorded in the book of Genesis when he was creating the heavens and the earth and all of creation. It's mentioned 7 times within the first chapter of Genesis. Every time that he created something, it's as if he just took some time to look at it and to appreciate its beauty and to just consider the goodness that was in it. So, do you ever find yourself doing this within your own home? After you've done the work that needed to be done, whether that is hanging your clothes up to dry, or after you have folded everything and are about to put it away, or maybe you wait until you do put it away, and then you just think about the work that went into that and how good you feel in having done that. Or even just doing a sink full of dishes, even just a couple of dishes, that you feel good that it's done and that you were able to complete that task. And so on and so forth, whatever it is that we do. I've really been taking in my surroundings recently because, well, I'm home alone right now as my kids are away at Bible camp, and I'm enjoying this week that I have to myself. And it's been a week where I've kind of been more emotional than usual. I've just been very fatigued, but I've just been taking in my surroundings. And when I think about the work that has gone into bringing, say, this front room into what it looks like today, and all the work, all the money, everything that I poured into it, and that I've also had help, especially from my middle daughter, who is my artist. She has just done a phenomenal job in bringing my ideas to life. And also my oldest daughter, who is my seamstress, she has done an amazing job with the curtains and lengthening them, and just all of the different things that have gone into bringing this whole space together. It's been nice to just take some time this week to sit on my sofa, holding my cup of coffee, and just enjoying this space that we've worked really hard at to make inviting, to make very comfortable, to be able to keep out the bright light that's so hot right now in this heat in the desert, and just to have a beautiful space to be in. This is something that I think one can really appreciate when they basically strip away a lot of the influences that are around them. This is something that I know that I've had to do, and I've actually written about this recently in a newsletter over on my Patreon channel, just about how we are overloaded, we are bombarded by all of this influence that we do not find contentment in our own spaces, in the projects that we are doing. We constantly are looking to do something else, or we just don't feel satisfied. So I've really been appreciating that this week, in just not looking for extra influence or anything, just sitting back and taking in the space that is around me and what we've worked together at to create here in my home. And I've just been feeling that it's good. And it just made me think about how God even took the time to appreciate what He created and to consider its goodness. So I really want you to think about that. When we do put in that time to work and to keep our spaces up and to keep them looking and feeling good, we then, in turn, we will feel good. We will feel as if what we have done, the work that we have done, the space that we have created around us is good. And that is what I really want to encourage today. Take time to consider goodness and that something is good. Now, something else that I've been doing since my kids have been away, well, I've been doing a couple of extra projects. So something that's been on my mind has been to paint the mantle. I've really been thinking about the colors that I have on that mantle and how everything kind of blends in together, because the mantle felt like it matched the mirror and the mirror felt like it matched the candlesticks. And I wanted just some separation there. And I've always loved a white mantle. Now, this is not a pure white like the bricks are painted. It's called white blush. And I just got that from Home Depot. And I use that on pretty much all of my white furniture that I have. It's not too bright to me. It's a very creamy tone. Now, when it's on the wall, it looks more peachy pink. But when it's on furniture, for whatever reason, it just has a very nice creamy look to it. So I ended up painting my mantle and I just love the end result. I think that it breaks up that mirror very nicely. Something else that I had been wanting my husband to do was to hang the mirror, because it's just been propped up on the mantle this whole time. And funny enough, he had already had a screw in the wall there for another piece of artwork that I may have had in the past. So when I asked him if he would hang that there, he saw that it was already there and he just ended up hanging it on there. And what a difference that has made in this space. Because this whole time, as it's been propped up on the mantle, it's just been reflecting the ceiling. And now that it's actually hung up on the wall, it reflects the window that is across from the mirror. And it has completely opened up this space and lets in more light in that space. And it's almost as if it tied the whole room together, because I can see the colors on the wall from the reflection, and it's just beautiful to me. I've really just enjoyed sitting in this space every single day, much longer than I usually had been sitting in it, and just seeing that it's good. And so I want to encourage you to do this in your space. Do those little things that you want to do, and then to take time to sit back and see that it is good.